Every time I come here to visit, I can feel the spirit of Jim and Virginia permeating this place.
They're mentors that shaped a significant portion of my life, and I'm forever grateful.
They are in the DNA of this organization.
Their gift was so selfless, and we all want to make them proud.
Jim's vision was not time-bound.
If you take a moment to reflect, what were they thinking 30 years ago? They may have seen the future.
I vividly recall when Jim was hatching this plan.
Like everyone else, I was, of course, skeptical. I thought they should have built it in the San Francisco Bay Area, in San Diego, in Boston, and they made it very clear that this was going to be built in Kansas City.
This is where they grew up. And this is where they built American Century from scratch and grew it into a global asset management firm, gave them perhaps this confidence that we can build it here.
The uniqueness of the model is the story. The founder of American Century gave his stock to the Institute, and then through the dividends that we drive, it's a perpetual funding engine, and that takes a while for people to get their heads around.
People will ask me, particularly abroad, like in China, is it true that the Stowers Institute is the place where the scientists own the bank?
How could the Institute, a nonprofit, own a for-profit company to make money? And he had to do legislative work to get this. So actually, laws were changed to be able to allow this accommodation.
So how did it succeed?
You have to attract the very best scientists, the very, very best scientists.
Jim Stowers called me up and he goes, "We couldn't get you, so we got your boss." And then I knew they needed a scientific director.
My career was flourishing in the UK. I had no reason to leave. Almost everyone I talked to said, "This will be a disaster for your career. Don't do this because you will never be doing good science again." It's hard when you hear that from other people.
When I talked to my American colleagues, they found the idea for me, a Frenchman based in France, to come over to the Midwest in a starting institute. It sounded like a pretty crazy thing to do.
He was worried who would make the discoveries that would shape our future. I struggled to understand why they believed in foundational or basic research. As an investment philosophy, he wanted to help people invest for the long term, to give back for the future.
I'm really training myself to think the way Jim did, which is in centuries instead of decades.
We were not necessarily thinking we were going to solve this problem, but we realized partway through our research that we could solve this problem. With this long-term funding, we can just keep going and see the project all the way through till its end.
And it also had the opportunity to become what it wanted to become.
What I believe is the profoundest gift that was given to us is to actually be able to create an entirely new way of doing life sciences.
Curiosity drives our creativity and our innovation.
That allows investigators to have what is almost unthinkable today, an incredibly long runway to pursue incredibly complex and difficult questions.
And that's really key to make big discoveries. We don't want to just make something incremental. We want to see something that people have never seen before.
We all ask long-term questions. We have a bigger goal, but take time to understand.
I was very, very fortunate. When I first came here and I talked to the scientists here and even our scientific advisory board, the very first thing they told me, Kaushik, most likely you are going to fail. But if you are successful, it will be one of the best things for the Institute.
A second secret to the success of the Stowers has been the core facilities. And from day one, that was the original vision.
I was the first scientist to be physically at the Institute. The Stowers is my first independent job. I have to say the Stowers' success partly comes from the very strong technical centers.
You really didn't have to go find collaborators. You could do them with the core. Not only they paid the investigator to do their research, half the budget went to support the core facilities. You know, the mouse facility and the proteomic core facility and mass spectrometry facilities and genomic facilities, all you name it, those things really made a huge difference on ability to do science.
I believe even nowadays, Stowers probably still have the best technology centers in the world.
It's the old adage of no, it can't work, to maybe it's working, to now everybody knew it would work.
I think I can honestly say that I did not fully anticipate where we would be now, but I'm pretty excited.
The Stowers Institute, in its 25 years, has produced 7 members of the National Academy of Sciences.
I think it was a real experiment.
It was ahead of its time in establishing this vision of a systems biology institute in 1998. No such institute existed. Now there are others.
So that was their vision, to create that opportunity, to create that situation, to create the infrastructure, create that environment.
And that was the right way to go scientifically.
This is the gift that I think we're giving back to Jim and Virginia. We've turned their vision into reality.
This was a bold experiment in human optimism.
I think it's fair to say it was successful.